This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
So this is the official documentation made available by Microsoft, where you get all the essential things to get started with PowerShell. I would request you to bookmark this page in your browser and visit it often whenever you need any help related to PowerShell, right? For now, what you have to do is go to this place, setup and installation, and depending on your operating system, click on one of these articles and follow it to install PowerShell. If you are using Windows like me, then there are good chances that PowerShell is already there, but still, by any chance, if it is not there, you can follow this article. If it is Linux, go for it. Similarly for Mac and ARM, right? So it is simple step. Please finish it quickly and then let's continue in the course. All right. I hope you were able to follow the article and install PowerShell in your system without much of difficulty. And if so, let's continue. So this is my system. Now, how can I launch PowerShell? Well, either you can simply go here and type PowerShell. So depending upon your system architecture, you might see 32-bit and 64-bit version of PowerShell, right? This is one way, and another way could be you can go to run and you can type PowerShell over here. What is this IIC? We'll come to that, but for now, let's concentrate on PowerShell. So you can hit enter and it will launch PowerShell, right? Now, listen to this. PowerShell is launched, but this is not launched as administrator. So, in performing several administrative tasks, it will fail, right? We will come to that when it will fail. But for now, let me tell you, if you want to open PowerShell in administrator mode, you can open it like this. So, first go here, right click, run as administrator, and you can easily verify from this title bar. Here administrator is clearly written, right? So you don't see that over here. So this is the difference. So if you have launched your PowerShell as administrator on this particular system, it will not fail because of lack of permissions. That is granted. All right. So I'm staying in this regular PowerShell, non-administrative user, right? And now let's talk briefly about what we can do in this. So since you have decided to learn PowerShell, I will not tell you why you should learn PowerShell, what is PowerShell and all that, right? Because I'm sure you have at least a slight idea about that, and more details about it you can always explore from Microsoft documents. I don't want to make this series boring by including theory section into it, right? So it's only going to be live demonstration. Okay, now what you can do with PowerShell? So in your system administrator's life, what various things we do in general? So depending upon your role in your organization, sometimes you might be interested in event viewer, task scheduler, services. Sometimes maybe you are interested in this disk space related things, right? There may be some application services which you want to restart on daily basis, maybe some, processes which takes higher memory or CPU, and you automatically have to kill and restart or do stuff like that, right? So for performing these various activities, all the time you have to first log in into that server and then perform those tasks. Now, what PowerShell enables you is, instead of you do that task again and again in each server on daily basis, you script it out. You make a nice readable PowerShell script and just focus on doing this task correctly once, and then you and your team members can use the same PowerShell script again and again. So By writing these PowerShell scripts, you are not just helping yourself, but also helping your team members in getting rid from this boring work. Honestly, I don't see any fun in, logging into the server, see the memory utilization, and restart the service accordingly. There is hardly anything intelligent about that. Now, as I have a good experience of working in different organizations and different projects, I have sensed a genuine fear of automation among people's mind. So they fear of losing their jobs. So they have this fear in their mind that if I am paid for doing the basic tasks like cleaning up the disk space, restarting the services, performing basic tasks in registry, task scheduler, event viewer, etc. If I automate this using PowerShell, then my dependency is gone and I might lose my job. Well, this fear is genuine, no doubts about it, but this is only applicable for those who choose not to learn. For those who continuously wants to learn and pick up new things, this fear is not applicable because work is going to be there for sure. PowerShell is not something launched day before yesterday, right? It is there from so long. And I do not see any scarcity of jobs created due to PowerShell, right? So you always have to keep yourself up to date and don't concentrate on those boring repetitive tasks which are not adding any value to your life, right? It's not giving you any mental relief as well. It's just taking some time and making your life boring, right? So I would say invest in your career, learn a new skill, and then you should be able to enjoy your work. Repetitive tasks certainly doesn't provide that. So just remember, nobody can stop an idea whose time has come.